do this all on my own. No, I know I'm no Superman.
Hey guys, how you going? Welcome to another stream. Good to see some familiar faces in here. And if you are new here, I'm Blake. This is Blake's Aquatics. And it's a channel all about crazy person trying to breed fish in his garage. So if you are new, it's good to have you. If not, let's get straight into some pleasantries. And I just try and do some parody of a TV show intro every week. So we got Scrubs this week. Prawny was first in with the hashtag Sir Prawn has worms. Classic story. We might retell that one later if I run out of my thing that I've got lined up for this stream. Hey, Nath Fishboy. So a couple of Australians up early, which is good to see, attacking the day. Daniel Keeping Fish, how are you? Good, sir. Good to have you in a stream. And Alice, how you going? We certainly are live. Well, I hope so anyway. Hey, Dragon Lair, Sandy Doty, and Nevea. So I trust everyone can hear me. Have had a few internet issues lately, but yeah, let me know if that's a problem, but we'll just push on regardless. So a daytime refreshment. Nice. Got too many Windows things happening here. Let me close those down. And that's better. So, so as the title says, we're deciding what is the best cichlid today because this is a time slot sharing agreement with King and Queen cichlids. So I thought we would have a bit of cichlid chat just for the people who are used to the 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time cichlid chat. So I'm not silly enough to decide what the best cichlid is. So we're going to do it together today, which we'll run through in just a minute. Hey, Young Fish Aquatics, GRB, how are you? Good, sir. Hey, Nath, Sand Creek, hope you're doing well. Scott's Aquatics, Candy, thanks for coming, and thanks for slinging links. Appreciate that. G'day, Pam, Punchy Paints, Mickham, and Bob Kayla, Dan Slee, and everybody else who is in here. Hey, Lefty, it's already 6 p.m. Apparently, got my bucket of coffee because it's actually 8 a.m. here, but that's okay. All right, so let's get straight in and get a not Nola Jane Fish Rich. Cool. So what we're going to do today, I think it would be more fun. Thanks, JH, with the hashtag JHRaid. Good stream, Joseph and Amber. Nice job. What was I about to do? I was about to show the game, but there was one more thing that I just forgot about. Anyway, we're gonna do it. So this is what we've lined up for today. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Typically on my Thursday streams, I run through a topic, whether that be, top 10 pests in the aquarium or whatever. But I thought we might have a bit of fun today because it is early morning for me. And, I just thought this could be a bit more interesting. So what we've got here is a S to F tier, S being superior, then A, B, C, D, E, F, best to worst, like a grading system in school or whatever. And I've got 25 odd cichlids on this list hidden for now because we don't want spoilers. And what we're going to do is decide as a group where the individual cichlids should go on this list, taking into account a few factors, things like whether you can have tank mates, whether they're breedable, and if that's a problem, like if you're going to have an issue moving on the fry and all that sort of thing. That's basically the size of them. Look, I'm not going to say that like an Oscar is a inconvenient size or anything because I think that's fine. But things like a Dovine, maybe they'll lose points on size because they get, that 75 centimeters, like 1.5 feet sort of. I think that's 1.5 feet sort of size. So these are the sort of things we'll discuss as we're going through. And I just thought this would be a really fun, interactive one while we've got, a bit of a larger audience than usual. So hopefully we can have some fun. And hopefully I haven't missed any, which young fish aquatics, I've obviously missed pike cichlids. Depending on how we go for time, we can add some more later on, especially if, they're your heart and soul. I can quickly stitch something together, but yes. I didn't miss you, did I, Alice? If so, hello, Alice. Good to have you. So S is when you're better than the teacher. Exactly. We all know the student in the class that thought that they were. Hey, Bodgy. Hey, Gon, Chevy, Sharon Miller, Tampa Tom. I think, really apologize if I miss anyone, but I'm excited for this. All right, so should we just get straight into it? I think so. Let's just pull up the first one on the list. The classic angelfish. Yes, it's a cichlid. I think we should know that. But I think they've got a really iconic shape. I think that should give them points. They are pretty easily breedable. Maybe not the easiest thing in the world. Oh, I'm messing with things here. There we go. So let's just resize this so it can fit on the thing. And what are we thinking? We can keep them in with most things. Plants are fine. Even you can keep them with some tetras and stuff. I reckon we're hovering around this mark here. But we'll just give it a minute in case anyone has any thoughts to the contrary. But I don't think there's too many downsides with angelfish. Yeah, solid B. I kind of agree with that, Lefty. Yeah, I reckon a solid B. Like, the shape kind of draws you in. That's pretty good. They're not really going to terrorize too much. Yeah, all right. So we'll just sit it there for now, and we'll keep moving through. A unique workflow is pretty easy to come by. Yeah, and that's another good point. Is that they're not too spendy. Like you can get expensive ones, Ultim Angels and all that, Blue Pinoys and all that, but you can also get really cheap ones. Need to be at the top? Okay, I'm happy to move them up. We can also, if things are up for debate, we can put them on the line. All right, I'm happy to move them up. I just didn't want to be too biased in this because you guys know I love an angelfish. All right, we'll sit it there and we'll bring up the next one, and I'll keep up with the chat. So the book's not closed on them just yet, but I think I'm happy with them at an A. Next one, blood parrot. What do we think about this? I think blood parrots are like easily a solid E/F. They look terrible as far as I'm concerned. They kind of get like that size that's, a bit awkward. I'm hating on the blood parrots. I'm sorry. Oh, we've got an angel. Yeah, okay, nice. All right, I'm glad that hasn't rattled too many cages here. I think we can just straight up fill the F tier right there. Blood parrot. Remove my name. Oh, yeah, I'm with you. I don't have the StreamYard doodad open. Thanks for that. How do I do that? I realized later that I didn't even have to actually. There we go. Should be. Ugh. I realized I don't even need to go through whatchamacallit. Won't go away. Bear with me just for a minute. I turned off names, but it's still there, so. What I'll do is I'll just move it across. Because I'm not technically adept enough to do anything else. So the pink there behind my name is F. I think we're all intelligent enough to work that out. All right, now we'll bring everything back up. Okay. I'll give them a D for great personality. Little puppies. Nice personalities. Okay. All right. I'll have to take that on board. I can't say that I've ever felt the urge to pick up a blood parrot. So what have we got? 3 Fs, 4 Fs, couple of Ds. 4 Fs and 2 Ds, what does that average out? That still averages out to an F, doesn't it? Oh, another D. Angels are an A. I'm pulling rank on that. I think the consensus was A or B. Yeah, thanks for the derailing, Prawny. All right. E is an option. We're just going to work out the average here. Okay, we got another D and another F. Fine. I'll split the difference. We'll go with an E. Plus, then you'll be able to actually see what it is, so that's okay. All right. We can do that. I'm happy with that. Angels are not mean. E.5. Yeah. I'll tell you what, I'll even move them halfway into my name so that we can't see them. That's how it should be. If I could move them head first under my name, that would be better. But yeah, I'm not a fan of the sort of, like, I'm not a fan of balloon fish either. And I feel like they kind of appeal like that, you know? We'll put them here. Hey, Daniken, how's it going? C23, good to see you. Mon Capule. Oh, geez, what's going on here? I don't know anyone that likes them. You know me, Alice. I like them. I love them, in fact. All right, quickly, before we move on to the next one, Alice is bringing up a strong debate against angelfish being an A. Platinum parrots, I've never seen that. So just for a minute, is there anybody else who'd like to debate angelfish being an A? Other than them being mean, which I'm not sure about. I think you might have got a bad personality one, because fish are kind of like anything, you know. You can get a sweetheart of a fish, and you can get a bit of a hole of a fish. Don't consider angel to be much of a nice community fish once they pair off. Yeah, that's fair. I'm sure one could find a balance. Yep. Too common? All right. We can move them down. We've got a lot of fish to move through here, so we can make changes on the fly. Here, I'll put them on the line for now. We can figure them out a bit later. All right. I think we better move on, or we'll get through 2 fish in the hour of power. Oh, no, Daniel keeping fish. They are not going that far down. I'll draw the line there. Next one on the list, the neon blue Akara. I think these get a nice little size, nothing too crazy. You don't need too big of a tank to keep these guys in. What do we think about these? In my experience, they sometimes dig up plants just for the sake of it, but they don't really terrorize too much. You can keep them with, larger fish, rainbow fish, and that sort of thing. Hey, we've got a lot of love for the neon blue Akara. Interesting. B, 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 C, A, 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 B. All right, so maybe the general consensus then is a B. Jack Dempsey is better. Yeah, but the Jack Dempsey, they are named after a boxer. So I think they're a bit higher on the aggression scale. Not everyone can keep them with Tetras, Bodgy, like you do. All right. C for weak genetics. Interesting. It was crazy to see first-time angelfish pair not eat the eggs for the first time. Yeah, that's pretty good effort. Usually it takes 3 or 4 times. Must have a good pair. Yeah, that is the only thing. They are hybridized. So that does sort of have to be considered, I suppose. I'm not unhappy with it being a B. I think we can get down for a B. Seems to be around the middle ground. This is going to end with a lot of fish high up and far down. Yes, that's exactly what I want, Alice. We're going to just trash on some fish and we're gonna just hold some fish up, uh, up at extreme heights. That's the idea. All right, this next one might be controversial. What do we think about convicts? I like them personally, but they're only good if you keep them with convicts. Females can get some nice coloration. What do we think? They're not too crazy of a size, like a 3 foot, 4 footer. C, D, B, A. Interesting. D. F for fun. Maybe between C and D I'm getting here. We've got a lot of D's coming through, actually. S. I like that every fish, I'm sure, will have an S and an F. When really it seems like majority are saying D. That's interesting. They are easy to breed, so that's kind of good, but you can give them away for free and you still will struggle for people to take them unless they're feeding them to some other fish or whatever. So I think you're probably right. They're probably a D, but they're a great one to start off for a beginner. You know, rather than sell them an Oscar, maybe sell them a couple of convicts and keep them in a convict only tank. This is right good fun, by the way. Nice. That's exactly what I want. And yeah, I just think, well, it's a lot more fun for me to put together than digging up all the care information on a bunch of things. So yeah, I've had fun putting this together. Me and Brawny were talking for about 3 hours yesterday as I was choosing which fish to go on it. Thanks, Lefty. Nice mod work. If you like action in the tank, you'll get it. Breeding and aggression. Yeah, exactly. It's like Thunderdome with convicts. You will never get bored. But you will occasionally have to pull out a shredded one. And they are good parents. So yeah, they're definitely not an E or an F. I think we're probably right there. Next one is interesting, seeing as how we've got angels at an A.5. Or actually, we won't go to the next one. We'll go a more conventional KG cichlids type cichlid. Let's go with the Jag. What do we think about I think it's Parachromis managuens. What do we think about the Jag? Beautiful fish. They are a little bit on the larger side. Pretty easy to breed. Kind of easy to sex. AB. Interesting. These are recently illegal in the northern parts of Australia because some people decided to let them loose. Never a good idea, people. What do we got? BB, A, CB, CC, C, A. Ooh. First opinion, yeah. They kind of have a bit of a reputation for being quite aggressive, but I keep mine in with, I keep mine in with pretty aggressive stuff, I guess. Jack Dempsey, a Jag, Flowerhorn, and a pair of convicts. So I guess them all being on that upper level of aggression helps. And the Jag is definitely the boss of that tank. So they're a tough fish. They are a tough fish. Looks like this is one where we've got sort of lots of votes within all four of these categories. What about if we slot it around about here? B.5 or C? Like a B- or C? Alice, what are you just striving to be the outlier in all of these? Every what are those things called? Every graph needs an outlier. C? All right, we can put it in C. And this is working I like the evenness of this. I'm interested to see what our first S is going to be. I have an idea of what an S is, but what about these characters? Peacock bass. Not a bass. They're actually a cichlid. They get quite beefy. They'll attack the food just like a bass. That's, I guess, why they got their name. Lots of different types. You have monos, azules, kelberized, but they are like quite a big swimmer. So you want to keep them in a massive tank with lots of length. F. Oh, we've got a lot of hate for the peacock bass. Interesting. Very mean, very big. Yep. I don't mind if we get our first F with a peacock bass. They're dirt cheap in Australia at the moment, about $30 each. Hey, Aquamate, good to have you in. Up nice and early. F. All right, I think we have our first F, ladies and gents. Shouldn't be sold as an aquarium fish. Yeah, all right, let's do it. Oh, I wonder if that is probably going to have some repercussions. Oh, I've put it under my name, haven't I? I think we'll move it over there. Or does it deserve to go under my name so we don't have to look at it? Because it is our first F. Nah, because people later on might ask what it is. All right. Yeah, and they have giant mouths, which pretty much means everything is prey. I'm with that. All right. What about a more... Oh, okay. Let's go to another continent entirely. What about Tropheus? These guys are like a vegetable eater. Pretty much headed to extinction. Get some decent coloration out of them. Bodgy is outraged. Well, Bodgy, I'm sorry, but the masses have spoken. This is the official ranking of cichlids, what happens today. So, unfortunately, if you like peacock bass, you're wrong. Oh, this has got a very mixed bag. A, B, S, C, B, D. Interesting. A, B, S. Okay, so we got a few up here, couple down here. You are the masses. B or C. I don't mind Tropheus. You can get different colors, like if you don't necessarily want the yellow and black. G'day, Chewy, as well. Good to see you. And yes, everybody else who I've missed in the chat, inevitably, as I have a lot of fun with this list. Thanks for all your contributions. All right, so we got L. CC. Okay, I'm happy with the C on this one. Recently, I sold off all of my African cichlids, so I'm not overly attached to them, so I'm okay with that. C? All right, cool. It was a nice stream until it got taken down. What got taken down? Your worm stream. Oh, no, Fishy Fun stream. Yeah, nice. I mean, not nice, but you know what I mean. All right, well, we prefaced this one earlier. What about the wolf cichlid? Oh, no, I've moved something else there. Dovii. Or Dovii. These guys are an absolute beast. 76 centimeters in length. Massive size. So you really need like a 3-4 foot wide tank to keep these. DC. But they do get a nice blue color. I saw somewhere on the internet somebody has these like outdoors in a big channel, and they look pretty nice. But yeah, you need to do them really. You need to live in a climate where you can have them outside in a big pond or something, swimming pool full of these guys. Yeah, I think the size is a big detraction for Dovii or Dovii. F, C, D, D, D. Nice blue color. No, D. Fair enough. Like I said, I'm not the judge, jury, and executioner for this list. I would probably have them around a D, I think, but D. We got a lot of Ds. Couple of Cs. F. All right. F as well. Shouldn't be sold in the hobby. Yeah, well, it is interesting why they're not down with the peacock bass, considering they both probably shouldn't be sold as regularly as they are, and kind of as, I don't want to say deceptive, but you know, you never see a big one in an aquarium shop, do you? Well, we've got a few Ds and a few Fs. So what about it? What about if let's get our first E happening? What do you think? We'll leave now. See if there's any contest to that. So how many have we got going on here? 3, 6, 7, 8. So we've got 8. So just doing a quick time thing here. 20 minutes to do a third, so we should go pretty good on time because I think I've got about 25 here. Matches at E. Nice, thanks. Let's roll with Severums. These guys are more peaceful. They kind of have that discus type shape. You get some really nice colors of these, like the Icolas and that. E. E, what is E? Yes, not quite a fail, but you know, you're not headed to graduation, are you? Maybe you are. I don't know how grading system works. Oh, we've got an early bid for an S. A, D, C, B, A, S, A, A. I wouldn't be saddened if Severums were an A. They're kind of like a discus that's more hardy, I reckon. Especially like these ones. What are they called? Red spot discus or whatever they're called. Discus. Anyway, somebody will know the name of these. Yeah, and they come in a heap of colors these days. Green ones, all sorts of nice colors. Hey, all right. See then. I love it. I love it, Alice. What's S? I've got one for S on the list. Even if there's a debate, I might just have to put it up there and then end the stream. So I might save that one till last. Red spot. Yeah, I thought that's what it was. But for some reason I had melon in my head and then I was thinking about discus. All right. What about this one that a lot of beginners buy? The Red Forest Jewel. What do we think about these? They're kind of like deceptive convicts, I reckon. Like they're very, very aggro, but you can breed a heap of them. You'll just always have a heap of them because nobody wants them. They've got some nice color though. Yeah, there's a couple of Africans on the list. I'll do an African next. Stream needs more shrimp. F, D, B. Yeah, they're not that big. Like you can keep them in a decent sized tank. They're not crazy. C, D. I can feel like they can be in the convict category, although they are a bit more colourful than a convict, so maybe they deserve to be a bit higher than them. I'm not sure. Although a nice female convict is very colourful, so yeah, and Jules are African. That's right. What do we got? B, C, D. If part of the description is nobody wants them, well, the score should be an E. Alice is that teacher. Yeah, there certainly is JH. I could not leave Epistos off the list. Big fan. I'm thinking we just drop it right there next to the convicts. Let me know if there's any opposition to that. We'll keep moving. So I said I'd do an African cichlid. What do we got? What about... All right, well, these might be an S. What do we think about Neolamprologus multifasciatus shell dwellers? Super cute. Oh, geez. I moved the whole thing. What do you think about multis? That's better. Help us if you actually grab the image. A, B, S for shell. Is it going to happen? We need a bit more of a consensus for that to be an S. I think it's at least a B. Yep. I reckon we're in the top third of the board with multis. A lot of late Bs coming for multis, so maybe we have to split the difference and just go there. Looks like we're not gonna get our first S. A lot of Bs coming in, actually. Maybe it has to drop down next to the Blue Akara. Boring. Oh, a big C coming from Bob Kaler. Yikes. Yep. Looks like we might have to drop it there. B. Done. Done. All right. Let's go with, what about another African? Here we go. Cribs. MTV Cribs. What do we think? These guys are pretty colourful. Once again, you can breed them, but you'll have them forever. Just ask Acclimate. He can't get rid of them. They're not too crazy. You can keep them with plants and stuff. Oh, Sharon Miller with the S. Big fan of Cribs. B, C, S, A, C, B, B, C. Good beginner. I agree, GRB. It's, I think, between B and C at the moment. C, easy to breed. A, B. All right, so maybe the consensus is, once again, we'll just leave it there. Leave it for a B. Good for planter tanks. Yeah, it helps. B. All right, I think that's pretty much solved. Let's go with, let's just stir the pot here. I think we got maybe a controversial one. Dun, dun, dun. The heavily, much debated flower horn. Obviously a hybrid. That's got to be taken into account. Ridiculous looking headwear on these fish, as far as I'm concerned. I'm glad we got a couple of Fs coming in early. Let's really bury this fish. What do we think? Let's wipe them off the face of the hobby with this list. F for flower horn. I'm digging it. Some more points of consideration. Aggressive. You can't really keep them with anything. Sensitive. You need to keep them really hot so they don't die. They'll get pretty much every disease because they're hybridized so much. They cost a fortune and then die on you. Do I need to say more? Let's do it, people. Let's lock them in. Right here next to the peacock bass. What do we think? Yeah, I'll sell the final graph. I mean, this is the official graph. So from now on, whoever has a flower horn, Rumble's fish room, well, he's got a fish room full of them. So you can say no more. Yeah, Trimax are different, but yeah, I'm happy with flower horns making the F. I'm glad. I thought we might have a bit of opposition to that. I thought we might have a few people considering them for an S. However, as we know, they would be wrong. Humans should be ashamed. I agree. Good. Well, that's been a real winner. What about if we go for... I like these ones. What about Geophagus? This one here is the orange or redhead Tapaho. Or Tapayo. There's a J. I don't know how to pronounce that. What do we think about Geos? They'll keep your sand nice and clean. They won't really mess with stuff. They will dig a bit, though, when they're making a pit for breeding. BC. A, B, B, A. Looks like we might have another contender for the B slot. B is filling up fast. Hopefully, I might have to make these a bit smaller to squeeze them in, but yeah, I'm low-key pretty stoked that flower horns were an easy F. That's made me happy. We got a couple of A's coming late. Well, what do we think? Is it? Oh, no, a couple of C's. All right. I think it's definitely a B then. I can't just move them up because it's convenient from how my graph is laid out. I think that's pretty good, though. B, there's lots of options. Some of them get pretty beefy, though. They're interesting, and they've got, you can talk about when your friends are around, you can talk about how Geophagus means earth eater in Latin, and then your friends will promptly leave because you're boring and you're talking about fish in Latin again. That's what happens to me anyway. What about these characters? the Thirsty Rabbit and Dr. Black Special, Green Terror, Rivulatus. You can get orange or white trimming on their finnage. A, B, B, C, B. Now are people just going to troll me and put everything in B so that my graph goes off the table? Because that would be pretty funny. I'd rate the meme, but... Oh, thanks, Fishy. I appreciate it. I thought it would be a fun, interactive way to, utilize the amount of people that are around at this time. B, 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 C, D. So yeah, colourful fish, green in colour. I like the white trim personally better. The males get a fair old hump on the head going, so that's interesting. Somebody's calling me. I'm not going to answer that. They should know I'm streaming. C, we've got a couple of late C's. Hate the hump, yeah. I tend to agree. Like, I like the females, but I don't really like the males too much. They're pretty aggressive. I reckon, is there a lot of, is there going to be a lot of discourse if we put them in the C? What do we think? E, dang it. They're on the larger size. They're not the nicest. Agreed, Dan. Rather aggressive. Terror, says it all. I think in terms of if you're going to put up with that aggression, there are better looking options, especially even if we compare them to the fish that's next door, not immediately next door, but the jag. I think my personal opinion is that the jag are a much better looking fish. So if they're on the same ballpark, I think that's okay. All right, cool. I still love that comment. E, dang it. All right. Nice. What do we got? 20 minutes until Q Aquatics. If somebody has the link for that, be sure to drop it down below. But I think we should be well timed for this. 25 was a good number. Well, we talked about the green terror. What about the red terror? Much better look. Once again, females I think look a lot better than males. That's my personal opinion though. Once again, pretty aggro, but look at that stunning color. DC, okay. Nice, D23. Yeah, fair, young fish. Didn't get to see the video before. Hope you dispute it, yeah. Might have to start reorganizing the order. This is a dangerous game. Yeah, unfortunately. Oh, JH, I should have put this one while you're still on the island. Might have saved some moving costs, do you reckon? Now I know what Dr. Black is keeping. Don't do Latin. Rivulatus. C, D, B, C at best. C, D. All right. I think we're in the same ballpark. Red Terror, Green Terror, Jag. I think they belong together, don't they? So I'm pretty okay with that. Dog barked, if you can hear that. All right. I'm happy with that. Or we might have another potential F, I reckon. I don't want to lead the witness, but Red Devils. What do you think? They're kind of like a white flower horn, I reckon. What do we think about Red Devils? E. I'm back. I touched the buttons. Good job. Well, depending if you touch the buttons to come back, good job. A, Chevy. Interesting. Couple of E's, couple of F's. Way hardier. Correct. That's got to be a consideration. Maybe they deserve to sit on my shoulder here, like a little parrot. No, we should put the blood parrot on my shoulder, shouldn't we? Then I'll be a pirate. There we go. Smart thinking. E, D, E, few Fs, few E's, couple of D's late. Maybe we'll drop it there next to the Dovii. Species only tank, yeah. I don't mind them. Actually, no, that's a lie. I don't really like them. I was gonna say I don't mind them in certain circumstances, but no, I don't like them. What about the water puppy? A lot of people's first big fish, Oscar. A lot of people mistreat them though as well. Where can I'm running out of places to move this onto my screen for the resizing. What do we like about the Oscar? They're pretty peaceful as far as these big American cichlids go. Not going to mess with too much. They'll make a bit of mess themselves. So you want to filter your tank pretty well. But yeah, every time you do a water change, they will have a bit of a sook. So it's kind of cool. They've got a lot of personality. They'll come up to greet you. S, big S. B, A, B, C, A. What's that average out? It's probably about the B, and then a C, B, S, A, S. B, an F, S, D. Oh, where does that average out at? That's all over the place. Hotly debated, the Oscar, I guess. Maybe it lands as a B again. B, C, but not a hobby fish for the most part. Interesting. I mean, a 75 gallon's fairly accessible for most people. Not too crazy on the maintenance, and you can keep a single Oscar in there for life, as far as I'm concerned. So, not out of the question for most people, I think. B, C, D. Dovii might have more of a personality, but the fact that you need a 3 or 4 foot wide tank is a bit restrictive. You know, you're talking about a few $1,000 for a custom build. All right, well, maybe, what about if we put it as a C then? Looks like we've got a lot of support for the S and a lot of support for the E. So if we land somewhere in the middle, a C. Although, do they deserve to be higher than green terriers, red terriers, and jags? No worries, young fish. Good to see the passion. Oh. A, if anything. There does seem to be a bit of a theme happening though here. We've got sort of the smaller fish in the B, the more unique in the A, larger sort of terrorizing fish in the C, the little chihuahuas in the D, and then the big clownish looking fish in the E and the F. Yeah, that is the thing, fish fun, isn't it? But does the fish get marked down because people commonly mistreat it? Or should people get marked down for commonly mistreating it? I mean, it's not the fish's fault that people want to keep them. If humans were a cichlid, they would be an F, don't you? Except for the people here, of course. They're the best people. They get an S. Whew, that was a good save. Yeah, I'm in the F tier. I'm way down here. We're getting there, Aquaman. I want to save the S for last. You know, end on a high. Bit of showmanship. What about? All right. B. I'm trying to listen. What did I miss? Definitely higher. Okay, yeah. All right, we'll move them up to a B. Happy with that. I think they do deserve to be higher than the rest in the C. Accessibility draws people into the hobby personality and looks a solid B. All right, I'm listening. I just got distracted. I think every home should have a fish tank wall. All right, I'm happy with that. Let's keep moving on. Because what do we got? 15 minutes, and we've still got a few to work through. Let's have another African. Electric Yellow. Warp. There's something else there. Yellow Labs. Oh geez, I shouldn't even attempt this, but I think it's Libidochromis ceruleus, something like that. Mouth Brooder. Fairly readily bred. I reckon they hide a lot, so you don't often get to see them. Nice colour though. A lot of people, if they keep an African cichlid, they keep these guys. Little canaries. Nice lefty. We got DB, F, A, C. We're all over the shop again. Hotly debated. I'm vibing a D. What do we think? It's somewhere in this ballpark, I reckon. C or D. Rip Oscars. Pass. Okay, nice Moonstone. Pretty but vicious. D. Yes, they are in the Maboona family, which means they like to have a bit of a tussle. C. D, C, C, D, D, D. Late D's coming in. C's and D's. What about it? We'll split the difference? Yeah, we'll just sit them there for the minute. I love Maboonas. They have been nice so far. I mean, yeah, if you keep them Maboona only, but I mean, you got to keep them with a lot of limestone and stuff. Most people have to raise the pH. No plants that can be involved. If you want to breed them, it's kind of annoying. You have to like net them out and strip them. Can be fun for most people, but with the amount of rocks that you have to put in, I found it to be a pain taking the whole scape down every few weeks to get some fry. I mean, I guess, yes, technically you can keep your Java ferns and all that in there, but, you know, hurting your feelings. Yeah. All right. Looks like there's not too much opposition to them being on the line ball there. What about... let's go with this. Discus. We've got Angels as a line ball on the A. What do we think about Discus? As far as I'm concerned, they are far better looking than Angelfish. However, super sensitive. You can keep them with plants. They're easy enough to breed, but you need to keep them really hot, which does limit the plants. Whoa, we got S's and A's flying in. Are fish racist? I don't think so. Whoa, I was surprised about that. S's and A's. Interesting. This might be the highest ranking fish so far. B. Okay, we're coming back down to earth now. We've got a few B's, C's, A, B's. We're around here, I reckon, somewhere like that. Blood Parrot F. I'll happily move it down. We did get to it early. We got another S. Maybe they're right here next to the Severums then. Yeah, I think they've got a few too many quirks to be an S. Like, they're not perfect, are they? They're not for beginners, you know. They're not that hardy. I reckon they're right about there. Oh, well, Young Fish Aquatics. I can attempt to make you feel better about where the Oscar is situated by discussing the firemouth. Kind of a similar ballpark to convicts, but they have really nice blue eyes, which is interesting. I don't know, there's a lot of S and A, so I think they're between S and A. I can move Discus to a line ball between S and A. Maybe that would be a true S if you didn't need to keep them so hot. But I reckon they're more tricky. I think they're a solid A. All right, a few D's. Yeah, I think that's kind of on the money, isn't it? In the ballpark with the Jewels and the convicts. firemouths have to be pretty similar. And realistically, they don't look like this picture here. The genetics are so messed up. If you find a firemouth that looks like that, buy it there and hold on to it, because there's not too many that actually look like that in the world, or in the hobby at least. D, F, yeah. All right. We got 10 minutes. How many do we have left? 1, 2, 3, 4. Got 4 left in 10 minutes. So we'll keep moving. What about another African, another hybrid? OB peacocks. More of an open water swimmer. Pretty stunning. Bit chunkier. Like, they're not the smallest fish ever. FCE. Alright, so we're down here roughly. I feel discus are hardier in the 70s or 80s. Yeah, I keep mine at 27, which is exactly 80. So that seems to stabilize them pretty well. CC, FF. So between a C and an F, we're probably in the line bowl down here. Not above the yellows. I tend to agree. I reckon round about there. What do we think? H for hybrid. I've got the parrot on my shoulder still. All right. D. All right, we'll smack him in there. German blue rams. Another sensitive soul. Where can I need to move it onto the top, don't I? Let's move it down to there. All right. Oh, other way. Where do we think German blue rams are? Another sensitive one, but they are small. You can keep them with plants and stuff. They're not really going to bully anything unless they get breeding, in which case they'll probably just defend their nest or whatever you want to call it. Egg area. A, B, S, D, C. Yeah, it is hard when I just have one ram here. You know, like we could go deep and go like gold rams, dark night rams, etc., etc. But yeah, it probably depends where you get them from as well, Candy. Mine, I've tried a few different sources. In Australia, they seem pretty weak genetically. B, what about we'll sit them there as a B, hey? A, S, A, B, B, C, B, B. Yeah, I think average is probably a B. Hopefully we have no more Bs left because we've run out of room. Yeah, rams are micro-geophagus as well. So small geophagus. Actually, the Jack Dempsey didn't make the list of 25, mainly because I thought it would trigger Bodgy. We got another big galoot here. We got Frontosa. A lot of people pick these up too. You know, their name means big head, big forehead or whatever. Nice colors though, nice stripes. E, straight up, we got an E. F, E. Not a lot of love for Frontosa. D, F. So it looks like we're down here. Interesting. For a large tank, A. Yeah, they don't move a lot, I guess. They're not the most active things in the world. They kind of just hover there doing nothing. F, F, E, E. Looks like we're going to slot in there next to the Dovi and the Red Devil. B for cool looks. Yeah, we've got a couple of high ranks, but for the most part, it looks like interesting. I didn't think that would be that low, but we got 5 minutes left, and I reckon the last one on the list. Let's see. Can we get it? Can we get an S? Epistogramma McMaster, my favorite fish ever. What do we think? pretty hardy, pretty easy to breed. Your fry will be flying out of the fish room faster than you can breed them. You can make a fair bit of bank on these guys. No, not a C. What are you doing, Lefty? S, A, S. We have to finish on a high. F. Come on, Alice. Let's get it. Let's get it going. S, S, S. A for a pisto. S. Yes, we've got the S's flying in. I think we did it. I think we found the perfect fish. Look at those colors. Yellows, reds. We got the blue spangling in the cheeks. What's not to love? Yes, I think we did it. We finished on a high. S. And there we go. Solves it. No, Chevy, not an F. I'm pulling rank anyway. I'm leaving it in an S. Show me a downside to the epistogrammic last try. I dare you. What's a negative? There are none. Hybrid. Well, yeah, they are sometimes a hybrid between the Vegeta and the other one. So there we go. A few provisos. Yes, this is just 25 cichlids that I thought up. Doesn't include everything. Sorry if I forgot your favorite. There were plenty more that I thought about the last minute. The Laeticara curviceps, golden dwarf cichlids as well. Plenty of other epistogrammas. Of course, Jack Dempsey's and others. Green Texas, Red Texas, plenty more. We can always do more of these down the track. Now that we have this, maybe we could do another 25, and then we could have like a 20, the top 25 from both lists or something. But seems like everybody enjoyed this game, which is good. I had a heap of fun doing it, and I think we'll probably continue this on the fortnight in between King and Queen cichlids. So yeah, if you guys had fun, then yeah, it'd be great to see you again in a fortnight's time. As for right now, Q Aquatics kicks off in 3 minutes time, but yeah, definitely appreciate everyone's input to help me put this list together. Were a few surprise packets, I thought, but it was really fun. So coffee's kicked in now, and I'm ready to got a meeting in 2 minutes, so I better duck off and attack the workday. But yeah, this is certainly the best way to wake up. So appreciate it, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. Other than that, I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.